You know, growing up as a kid, you know, I never really, was afraid of clowns or, thought they were scary, intimidating. I thought they were quite, nice and, cool. Until I met this guy, yeah? Until I met this guy. What's up, people? So I figured since the new Terrifier movie #3 is coming out, this Friday, I thought, let me go back and review the first two Terrifier movies, which, by the way, I love. So the first Terrifier, which was directed by Damien Leone, which also came out around 2016 times. And it's a horror slasher basically about a guy called Art the Clown, who's, a clown. And he basically has like a trash bag going around killing people, essentially. That's literally the whole premise of at least this movie. So in this movie you have like a goth looking girl, and you got some dumb blonde bimbo girl that on a night out having a good time and stuff, and they kind of stumble across this Art the Clown walking in the street, and pretty much within that moment that's when the whole movie pretty much starts. Art the Clown kind of targets these two girls, and my gosh, this guy is just creepy as hell, man. And I don't know if you know by now, horror is literally my favorite genre. I literally love horror, and Art the Clown is one of my favorite horror icons, hands down. When I saw this movie, I was just so shocked of how good it was and how much I loved it. And to me, it was just a breath of fresh air when it came to like, horror genre. It was something different that not many directors offered. And I really love this guy, Damien Leone, because you can tell this guy really cares about his craft and his work and, just the art in general. Because I think the director is actually a fan of horror as well. I think horror is his favorite genre as well. So you can tell by this movie. So starting off with the actors. So like I said, the goth girl and then obviously the blonde bimbo, they did what they needed to do. I was more so connected to the goth girl because she gave more like a performance or a serious performance. You can kind of like, I guess, connect with her more, whereas the blonde girl did what she needed to do as well, but she was just portrayed as that dumb blonde girl, so it's like not much you can really take from that. But the actor did what she had to do, so fair play to her. So yeah, I'll say more so the goth girl was the kind of like the main protagonist in this movie, whilst also having Art the Clown as hunting them down or kind of stalking them in it. And this guy David Howard, who portrays Art the Clown, amazing, man, amazing. This guy is so great at what he does. Art the Clown doesn't speak in it, he makes like facial expressions, does like gestures and stuff like that, and you just get a good sense of what he's feeling or what he's probably thinking in the moment based on these great gestures, movements, body language, those sort of stuff. And when an actor can do that, they're good. So yeah, this guy is actually a legend, man. And the visuals in this movie was good enough. I mean, you can tell this was a low budget film. I mean, it was a low budget film, and based on what they had and what they had to go with, fair play. Like, there's nothing I can say that's bad about the movie. It sometimes comes across as if it's like a short film, but that doesn't take me out of the movie. It's just because it's a low budget film, you can kind of get that sort of idea sometimes, but it doesn't take away from the movie. So yeah, it's pretty much nighttime throughout the whole movie from what I can remember, at least. So yeah, that was also like a good spin to it, because it made it much more, I guess, creepier, especially having a clown as well walking around in the dark. I also love the costume design of Art the Clown. It's very I guess unique, because he has like a weird little hat, he's got face paint, he's got this weird little costume. I do feel like the costume is a big part of why he's so intimidating and scary, as well as also having the great acting from David Howard. Combining those two, costume and the acting, it just works so perfectly. In terms of the gore, let's just say, yeah, that if I saw this guy in the middle of the night, I'm ducking. I'm literally ducking, man. This guy has no mercy. This guy actually has no mercy. I mean, you have like Chucky, you have like Jason, you have Michael Myers who get the kill done, keep it moving, on to the next, innit? This guy's like, nah, man, you're gonna see everything. You're gonna see all the gore. We ain't cutting to the next scene until everything is done and dusted, fam, literally. But I'm thinking, hold on. This is different. Like, this is actually kind of nice. This is actually something that you don't get nowadays. You kind of can see things cut, and it's like, okay, it's cool, but me, I like a lot of gore in it, so I like to see all the gore for the most part. If anything, I feel like the only thing that competes with this movie in terms of gore is probably Saw. You can kind of argue whether Saw has more gore or better gore, or whether Terrifier does. It's like I guess that kind of is somewhat of a debate, because usually people compare this movie to like Saw in it, because Saw's like the next pretty much gory movie out there, so people usually compare the two in it, from what I hear, at least anyway. So what I'm saying, if you're looking for gore in this movie, watch this movie. This will not disappoint. I definitely think Art the Clown does a good job at standing out as his own guy in like the horror genre. This guy's probably one of the worst people you could ever come across. Once he gets you, it is done, man. Like, oh my days, man. This film was gory, man. Man. But I would actually say this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I don't know where I would rank it, but it's definitely one of my favorite horror movies of all time. If we're talking about story plot, there's actually no story plot, if I'm being honest. What I said at the start is actually what you get. What you see is what you get, pretty much. They use like a lot of practical effects from what I can remember, so they don't really rely too much on like CGI or special effects. And there's movies like this is why I love horror movies so much, man. Oh my days, man. And yeah, the pacing in this movie was also good, didn't have a problem with that. You know, it ran pretty smoothly. It wasn't that much of a long movie anyway. So in conclusion, if you like a lot of gore and want to see a lot of gore, watch this movie. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. But if you're more so a guy that loves like a lot of story in horror movies, then maybe this might not be for you. But I'll be honest, please just check out anyway and give it a go. Art the Clown is a legend, man. Yeah, he's my guy, man. But anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about this movie. If you thought it was a bit too gory for you, or if you thought, you know, this one of your favorite horror movies, or if you thought it was something different, you know, I want to know on it. So yeah, man, that's it, guys. In a bit, man.